What's up, everybody? Good morning. It's Body by Natalie. Welcome back to my channel. I'm about to make some breakfast and I figured I'd show y'all what I'm making. I'm gonna have kind of a low carb breakfast today because I need to work out at night. I like to center most of my carbs around when I work out, so I'm gonna keep my breakfast high protein and high fat, and then I'll show you my pre-workout, post-workout meals later that are gonna be a little more high carb. I'm gonna be using 1 egg, 2 egg whites, which is the ratio that I always stick to when I make eggs. Some spinach, of course, I always put spinach in my eggs. Really, I put spinach with anything I can. It's so easy to use with anything, and it adds a lot of volume to your food. Some cheese and red pepper. And I cooked these breakfast sausages yesterday. I bought a big pack of maple chicken sausages from Trader Joe's, and I cooked all of them. And I'm just keeping them in my fridge for when I am eating breakfast. I can just pick 2 out or however many I want and they're already cooked. That's a little breakfast meal prep hack for you. Also, you guys, I made these protein pumpkin cookies last night and they were amazing. I had 2 of these last night with some ice cream and, what did I have? Ice cream and cookie butter. I might share this with y'all a little later. We'll see. So I got my 1 egg, 2 egg whites, spinach, red pepper, half a serving of cheese, and 2 maple chicken sausages. I'm gonna have 2 slices of this Trader Joe's gluten-free whole grain bread. And for 2 slices, 2 grams of fat, 24 carbs, and 2 protein. I'm gonna have a tablespoon of pumpkin cream cheese on there with an egg, and then I'm also gonna have 6 ounces of apple. All of this is gonna be around 52 carbs, 9 fat, 9 protein. So like I said earlier, I had a super low carb breakfast because I like to eat a majority of my carbs around my workout. So this is gonna be one of my highest carb meals, and then my next high carb meal will be after my workout.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light.
What's up, everybody? I hope y'all have been enjoying the video so far, and if you have, just give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any others. So today's video topic, I'm going to be talking about supplements, which ones I take and which ones I recommend, and kind of about the more common ones that you hear. So first I'm going to talk about amino acids. They're just the building blocks of proteins. Some common ones you'll hear are arginine, citrulline, and L-carnitine, and they basically just increase nitric oxide production and creatine, which I'll talk about in a second. They supply fuel to your muscles and just help oxygen transport in your body to keep your muscles working longer. You'll also hear something called BCAAs, and those are 3 specific amino acids that are essential, meaning that you can't make them in your body and you have to get them from an outside source. And nitric oxide is a vasodilator, so when you hear people talking about getting a pump, that's from nitric oxide. That's what it does. It doesn't really matter when you take BCAAs or nitric oxide if you choose to do so. Either before or during, even after a workout is fine. Creatine is kind of the same way. There's some research that suggests that taking it after is a little bit more beneficial, but as long as you're taking creatine, it will help you. And that just basically is an energy source for your muscles. And I know there's a lot of talk about pre-workout, and that's just basically caffeine. Caffeine should be the main ingredient in your pre-workout, and that's just quickly absorbed for fast-acting energy. Another common ingredient you might see in pre-workout is taurine, and this has been shown to kind of decrease the stress put on your muscles while you're working out. It's also been shown to make you work out for longer, and it might even decrease the lactate buildup that happens in your muscles. And if you don't want to take a specific pre-workout, even just taking caffeine by itself is fine. Just drinking a cup of coffee. The only thing is coffee can cause bloating, and I don't really like coffee before a workout. It just, again, it makes me bloat a little bit, so I would recommend trying pre-workout. Take it 20 to 30 minutes before you work out. You'll also hear the terms whey protein and casein protein, basically both made up of amino acids, and whey protein is going to be fast digesting, so it's considered muscle building, and that's recommended to take right after your workout or before. And casein protein is more slow digesting, so it's muscle sparing, and so it helps with the prevention of muscle breakdown and muscle recovery, and that should be taken during times where you have to maybe skip a meal or right before bed. So are supplements bad for you? No, they're not if you just follow the recommended dosage, but you also have to realize that they're just supplements, just like their name says. So you don't need them in order to reach your goals or anything like that, but they could enhance your performance in the gym and maybe help you reach those goals a little bit faster depending on how you take them. And the only supplements I currently take are pre-workout, BCAAs, and whey protein. So I hope this helped clarify some things for y'all, and stay tuned for my pumpkin protein cookie recipe. I hope you enjoyed that workout. Now I'm going to share with y'all my protein cookie recipe. Here are the ingredients: protein powder, baking powder, flour, and stevia. The wet ingredients are going to be pumpkin puree, egg whites, and non-fat plain Greek yogurt. You're gonna add about 45 grams of protein powder, 15 grams of flour, and I'm just using whole wheat flour because I have a ton of it. But if you wanna use coconut flour, almond flour, you can, it works the same. Just know that the macros are gonna be a little bit different. About 5 grams of stevia, and 4 grams of baking powder, just so the cookies come out really fluffy. That's it for the dry ingredients. Just kind of mix it around so it's all blended together. Now for the wet ingredients, add it to a bigger bowl, because once you're done mixing these, you're gonna pour the dry stuff into here. So you're gonna use 70 grams of pumpkin puree. You can use applesauce, unsweetened applesauce, but again, the macros might be a little bit different if you choose to use applesauce. So just make note of that for whenever you make your own cookies. 70 grams of the non-fat Greek yogurt. And you're gonna use about 50 grams of egg whites. So now you wanna mix the wet ingredients. Make sure all the clumps are out. Mix the dry with the wet ingredients. So this is what it should look like. Now I'm gonna just leave it in the freezer for about 10 minutes and preheat the oven to 350. So it just came out of the freezer. So this is what it looks like. This makes 6 cookies. What I like to do is weigh out the bowl first, even before you put anything in the bowl. Weigh out just the bowl by itself. And when I did that earlier, the bowl by itself weighed 243 grams. Everything together, it's 511 grams. 511 for the bowl and the mixture, minus 243 just to get rid of the bowl. That's 268 grams of just the batter. Divide the 268 by 6. That means that for each cookie, you're gonna use 44 grams of batter. I hope that made sense. It tastes so good, you guys. Here are the 6 cookies. They're plain right now, so I'm gonna show you the macros for just the plain cookies. If you wanna add other toppings, I'm gonna add these chocolate chips to them. I would just weigh these out separately, so I would track however many cookies I'm eating and then calculate the toppings separately. I already have my cookies tracked. I'm gonna have 3 cookies. And then I track the chocolate chunks separately. So I'm going to have a tablespoon of chocolate that I'm going to put in the cookies while they bake. So this is 1 tablespoon of chocolate chips. So there are the chocolate chips in my 3 cookies. That's 1 tablespoon of chocolate chips distributed among the 3 I'm going to eat. And the other 3 are for my boyfriend. So I'm going to be putting these in there for him. And now you want to bake them at 350 for 10 minutes. Alright guys, they're done. I ended up cooking them for another 2 minutes because the tops of them were kind of squishy, and this is what they look like. So I'm gonna end the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. If you like these cookies recipes, if you like the workouts, please give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any other workouts, any other recipes. And as always, all my links are below. Everything about my coaching programs, the link to my website. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.